Yes, people, what's happening? It's your boy NSG right about now. Just out of the blue, Mr. CrazyCade, or AKA Cade, goes to college and he already graduated, is here with me. And it's so awesome that he's here and like just brings back a lot of awesome memories of back when I used to make a lot of YouTube videos, but now we share something in common, which is we have a career, which still we still use YouTube in our career for the kind of like the work that we do, but we just don't put ourselves forward as much as we used to, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's very true. I mean, it's like as she said, like you do all this work and you get excited about it, but then when you do it every single day, it sort of becomes a job, and it's like I don't want to do this because it's just work, and it becomes very mundane, and you start of losing like inspiration, and you also lose time.
Right.
You don't have like when you get home, you don't want to just do the same thing you did all day at work or whatever. That's how I feel, anyways. It's like I don't want to make my own videos. I don't want to make my own music because I spent time at work doing that. So it's pretty rough
It's
because
pretty
you
weird
want
as
the best
well.
of
You
both
kind of
worlds.
like lose you don't feel not well. I don't know about you, but I don't feel like I feel as confident as I am as I used to be um, because now once you kind of like not left YouTube, but YouTube, you kind of grown up and you realize that what you've done in YouTube has substantially created a profile for you to have a career of yourself. um, you just realize that like, hang on, like I'm getting paid to make videos, so why should I not get paid? I mean, like obviously with YouTube Partner you get paid, but well, for me, I find that side that like it's not really worth the time because you already put so much energy out in the stuff that you create in terms of getting like work and yeah, man, it's just weird now. But I don't know. I feel like I miss the spontaneous creative vibe that kind of like we used to have. Um,
Yeah. I mean, it's really true, and it's weird because I know you feel the same way in the sense that like we had this YouTube community, right, and then it sort of like started dissolving over a period of time, and then everyone kind of did their own thing, like you, especially me, have our careers that sort of came out of YouTube, right? I like to tell people that I got my job because of YouTube, not necessarily because of my degree, right? I mean,
right,
certainly it helped,
likewise,
but
likewise. Were you
yeah.
headhunted?
What was that?
Did you when you got your job? Did they came to you or you came to them?
So I started interning at Frederator.
Okay.
Just out of the blue, I decided to apply for an internship, and they took me on because they were starting to launch Cartoon Hangover. It's a YouTube channel, has over 1 million subscribers now, but at the time they hadn't launched yet. I started interning early October, and they launched in November. And so they brought me on, and the more I talked to them every week, I was interning for free. They would ask me questions, and they would be really surprised and impressed with like my YouTube knowledge, right? Like
Right.
how well like I knew a lot of the top people and stuff like that. So eventually they hired me like 2 3 weeks later to become on full time. And so I think it was just my knowledge of YouTube and of the platform and how things work that really helped me get my job versus my actual college education. So yeah.
Convenient YouTube in terms of transferring it into a real life work or anything like that. So, well,
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
for me, I've worked for because of the YouTube. Well, partly because of the YouTube, and partly of the people I met during university, part of the parties I met. I've got the chance to work for an American company called Activision and making the game DJ Hero. Worked for 3 years. Worked in DJ Hero 1, DJ Hero 2. Um, but, I felt like once I start working, I felt like uh, you kind of lose contact with the community. You kind of lose grasp of. You kind of lose your innocence, right? Do you feel? Do you
Yeah.
feel like that? You lose that kind of like innocence where you just felt like you have to say everything that's on your mind. I don't feel like. I don't know. I don't know. Do you feel like you're getting older? How do you feel about getting older? I mean, how old are you now?
I'm 24, but no,
24.
I totally understand it. When you get a full time job and like a salary, and you sort of like grow up, right? It's like everything sort of changes. And like, especially with people on YouTube that I've met, I go to try and have conversations with them, and I find it difficult to relate to them, right?
Is it
Because they haven't gone through similar situations.
is it mainly when they talk about the partnership that you can't relate to, like how like they want to see themselves making money from partnership or something like that? Because like I never, I mean, I made money of partnership, but it's not really, it's not salary money. It's not money where I can buy groceries every month or anything. I mean, like what's your detachment from the people that you meet?
Well, especially working in like the new media industry, right? I work for technically like a new media company, right? We're working in the online space, so especially working for a company like Frederator and Cartoon Hangover, I've learned a lot about new media and video, online video and social media, and just in the past year that I've worked, I've learned so much. And so whenever I go to talk to people, at VidCon, even if it's people that I'm not very close with, I try and talk to these people, and I can just feel that like I'm not on the same level. Do you know what I mean? And I find it really hard to like relate to them on just various topics, like if they have issues with YouTube and they don't quite understand. We actually used to share an office space with YouTube
Oh,
on the 10th
really?
floor of by the flat.
In your workplace, yeah?
Yeah, YouTube Next Lab in New York
Oh,
City. Yeah,
sweet.
we used to share a space with them, but then our company got too big and we had to move down 3 floors to the 7th floor. And now that YouTube Next Lab is in the Chelsea building. But yeah, so we actually used to share an office space with YouTube, and anytime we had a YouTube issue, if there was a video that wasn't uploading, or if there was a big serious issue or something like that, we could literally just walk over and talk to them, right? And so it's like you have this instant contact with YouTube that all of my friends, all these people in the YouTube community don't have, right? It's such a fraction of people actually have that sort of contact, and so I think it's part of that it's just like it's really hard to like relate to people, and like you said, trying to get back into YouTube, right? Coming out of this like salary position, you did this YouTube gig, and then you did this salary, and you didn't post videos for a long time. I'm having the same thing, right? I did a lot of videos, did videos for 5 years, right? And then I got
Five
a job.
years.
I haven't posted a video in almost probably 2 years at this point.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
like I want to make them more. I want to start posting again on my own, but it's like, where do I start?
I mean, yeah, that's a good question actually. I mean, I posted a video and it hasn't got a lot of views. Could have put me down a little bit considering that I have a decent amount of subscribers. I guess subscribers doesn't mean as it used to anymore. But I don't know.
Mhm.
One of the things that I've been thinking actually, maybe for people like us who doesn't have or who probably doesn't think about the attention anymore, maybe just to make it for ourselves. I mean, I'm kind of grateful that our conversation that we're having here, it all started because I posted a video that was that doesn't have much hits, but I guess it's seen by relevant people, and I felt like, yeah, you know what? Sometimes I think the views is not as important as it is. I mean, like just say for example, I have 1,000 views, and I didn't get to say meet Cade, or Cade didn't say hello to me or whatever. I felt like, well, maybe the value as views doesn't mean value. I think we're mistaken. I think we're so preoccupied with views, we forget what matters, and actually the old friendship that we used to have. And I don't know, I felt kind of like great, like yo, dude, it's Cade, and like oh my god, and yeah, man, it's kind of like, well, I guess the views doesn't matter. I don't know. That's for me anyway. From posting, well, I intend to try and post at least one video a month, and other than that, I don't really think about uh, I don't anything else. But yeah. Anyway, sorry, I'm blabbering on, but it's good to see
No,
Kate.
it's okay. No, I totally agree with you. And whenever I start posting videos, I'm gonna try my hardest to not really worry about views and subscribers and get caught up in all the mess, right? Because at the
Mm.
end of the day, it's just a hobby, It's
Yeah,
just something you want to keep up with, and a little money on the side is also great. Yeah, sure, that would be
to
fun.
buy the
But
odd
really,
beer.
it's about. I try to tell everyone that I meet, YouTube's about the relationships that you form and the people that you meet, and the fun that you have with them and meeting up with them in the
Mm.
future and stuff like that. So that's what YouTube means to me, anyways.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because YouTube. I mean, that side of YouTube, I really want to get back into because the relationships of friends that we made, from all over the world. It's amazing, and I guess that's really important. I guess this is because this is happening. It made me realize that the views doesn't really matter anymore because I post other stuff on my channel which nothing that's got nothing to do with me but has got to do with me because of the company that I created. But anyway, I was just wondering now. I mean, like, obviously, YouTube is an important part of our lives in terms of career. Like, obviously, from you having to manage animation videos for the company that you work with, while I have to manage the assets that I have of the artists that I'm developing and music that I post on my channel. Um, do you still find time to consume videos? And if you do, what kind of videos do you tend to watch?
That's a really good question because when you think about your subscription feed, right? You get so overwhelmed if you're subscribed to a bunch of people, but also it's like, how many people actually watch those videos, right? And you mentioned that you have a big number of subscribers, but you got so little views. And the
Mm.
question is, why aren't those people watching the videos? So you have to think about, you have to put yourself in their shoes, basically. And it's like, how many videos do you watch from your subscriptions? And for me, I don't watch that many of them, right? It's very, first of all, it's a little difficult to keep up with them. They have to be really interesting. They have to really catch my attention. Like, wow, like for example, in you haven't posted a video in quite some time, and this seemed like an update video. I was like, wow, really want to know what's going on in his life. So I watched it, and I was like, awesome. So that's what caught my attention. But if people are putting out content that's not interesting or it's not new or fresh or exciting, then I'm probably not going to watch it. That goes for pretty much anyone. So I like to watch videos by people who are doing new and exciting things, or people that are consistent in their material
Mm.
and in their schedule. Because if you're posting once a year, which I'm obviously I am a hypocrite. Obviously, I
Yeah.
don't do that. I don't
Likewise,
post
likewise.
ever.
I share that with you.
But it's like if you never post, you can't expect people to watch it because they'll forget. They'll forget about you. I wouldn't put it past my subscribers if they all forgot about me already. It's been 2 years. So that's why I really feel like I'll be starting new. I'll be starting completely
Mm.
fresh. So yeah, but to answer your question, I like to watch. I'm a big fan of Vsauce, Vsauce 1, 2, and 3. I think they're all really great. They're all really smart guys. I met them in New York whenever we shared a space. I really like to watch. The Cartoon Hangover stuff we put out is really great. I highly recommend it. That's just a shameless plug, but I really like to watch that Zach. I used to like Dave from Blue Skies videos. I thought he did a really great job with his videos.
Mhm.
Trying to think of a few other people that I used to really get into. I watch a few like artists videos. Like Mark really is really good. I think he's very talented, and yeah, I mean, I'm just sort of overwhelmed with all the video game stuff that's on YouTube these days, right? Like all these Let's
Yeah.
Plays.
And there's
I'm
got
not a
and
huge fan of those.
yeah, YouTube games and tech videos. They have their own communities and it's crazy, man. It's like they got their own communities and it feels like it's like their own YouTube. Like it's not even like us anymore. It's like the gamers got their own convention and then the beauty tips as well. Wow. Do you remember
Yeah, I mean,
they were back in the day, like back when our glory days, when there used to be only like one or two beauty channels, and now there seems to be so many. Yeah.
yeah, I'm not. Well, obviously, I'm not the target demographic for the beauty gurus, right? But so that's okay. I don't watch them for that. But the Let's Players, their content is not interesting to me. It's like I can watch myself play a video game, right? I don't need to watch you play a video game and talk over it. It's just not interesting to me. Now, there's a channel called the Game Theorists, and I think they're pretty
Oh,
interesting. Like they
dude, yeah,
actually
I
sit
watched
and
that too.
talk about
The
video games.
Majora Mask theory. Do you know the
The Majora
one?
Mask it's great. It's a
Yeah,
great
that
great
is
video,
really
and that's
good.
that's the kind of stuff I like.
And also why Mario is a communist or something, or why
Yeah,
Mario
exactly.
is really evil and like he used to kidnap Donkey Kong and oh my god, yeah, I watched that. That channel's dope. But I find it
Yeah.
so I never subscribed to um, game channels because I just find it too much. There's too many of them, and because there's too many, I feel like I can't connect to them. Obviously, some of them got real characters, and yeah, it's just yeah. But I feel really bad because I don't. There's only a few people that I watch. I watch Barry Aldrich because he's a good friend of mine. Uh,
Barry's great, yeah.
yeah, Laura Bubble.
Laura Bubble's great.
Lower Bubble, and that's about it really. Other than that, I watch like mainly mainstream stuff like TMZ, and and I like it because I like their I actually watch them not because of the news. The entertainment news, but I like how they work nowadays. I think they changed their whole philosophies. Like they're not afraid to show their faces anymore now, and I like
Right.
the openness about that. They love celebrity culture, but they're not afraid to hide behind the camera or the edits. And I've been watching a lot of tech videos like Soldier Knows Best and Techno Buffalo and Marquise Brownie. And yeah, man, and these tech videos are just these people are so dedicated, and
Yeah.
what's so nice is that they're friends with each other, but they're like in direct competition with each other, and
Yeah.
support each other. They support each other by being direct competitors, and
Yeah.
it was just nice to see, man, and like and I don't know, I'm glad to see them developing because I guess it's no longer I like let's on the positive side, YouTube's no longer about um, attention deficit, good looking people anymore. I guess like content really matters.
I mean, it
Well,
does
for
a
me
little
anyway,
bit. I mean, there's
after YouTube has been curated, because I think YouTube has been curated and they're focused on like the mainstream kind of like media outlets. I've gotten used to like that, and like I kind of like I don't subscribe to like the YouTube famous people, or with exception from
yeah.
a few. Like once in a while, I see a video of not Smosh and what are they called again? Niga Higa and those
Tony,
ones,
you're
but
right.
usually that comes from my Facebook timeline.
The Facebook from other people, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that like I said, like people have to really put out like fresh, new, interesting, exciting content for me to like really get my attention, and I think that goes for everyone. And when you're making videos of your own, it's hard to think about that stuff, right? It's actually really difficult to consistently put out awesome content, and I think that's what I'm sort of struggling with in terms of making a new channel and making new videos and stuff like that because I have you too. You set the bar too high, right? You have like this perfectionist brain, like you have these standards that you
yeah,
want to meet,
and that's it.
and
And then
if you don't
I
meet them,
forgot you
you just
competing with the work that you create at work, and when you feel like it's not on the same level, you feel like, oh well, what's the point? My work quality, you know, it's this
yeah.
level, whilst the work that I create for myself is here. It's like, well, is that gonna damage my credibility as a creative person? In theory, not, but you have that pride as a creative person, I guess.
Yeah, no, I totally get that.
Yeah, man. Yo, dude. Anyway, I think I'm gonna close this video. It's been like really, really dope talking to you. Um,
Awesome, totally.
yeah, this is like the first video you've done in a long time, in a long while. Completely spontaneous, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, people, say for watching. It's your boy NSG, featuring with the one and only CrazyCade, aka CrazyCade goes to college. And within actuality, he actually already graduated. So,
I graduated. Yes.
boy, time flies by. All
Awesome,
right,
sure does.
hang on, let me just end this.
Awesome.
Peace. Wow, 20 minutes. Stop
That's
recording.
good. That's really solid.